Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
That's very nice. Would you like to listen to a story today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. First, tell me, how many of you like to eat sweets? All right. Yes, what is your favorite sweet?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Kalakand.
Kalakand.
Kalakand. Kaju barfi. Gulab jamun. Kala jamun.
All right. Today we are going to hear a story about a sweet. All right? And you have to tell me whether you have heard about this sweet. It's called khaja.
Yeah.
Anyone's heard about it?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So today you're going to listen to a story about
Khaja. Khaja.
khaja. Which sweet?
Khaja.
Any of you have tasted it? Okay. What about the others? All right. So today you will taste a story. Yeah? And as we start, first we need to bring the story here. All right? So can you help me bring the story right down to the classroom today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have to watch me very carefully. Do what I do and sing what I sing.
Yes.
Sa,
Sa.
Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Dha, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa. Wonderful. So together you have all brought the story right here. And this is the story of, as we said, a sweet called
Khaja.
khaja. And it is the story of a lady called Kaki. What was her name?
Kaki.
And Kaki used to make the most delicious
Khaja.
khajas in Kakinada. Okay? Now, Kaki of Khaja was so famous for all the lovely sweets she made, but especially for the mouth-watering
Khaja.
khajas, which anybody picked up once, they would finish it off. They could not take one bite and stop. You know why?
Because they were tasty.
Because they were tasty. They were so delicious. They were so yummy. Nobody felt like sharing with anybody. They would become so selfish. And they would finish the khaja.
Eat it by themselves.
Eat it by themselves. Now, this thing made the Jimbuka king very, very angry. Do you know who's the Jimbuka king?
No.
He is the king of Jimbuka land.
Where is Jimka land?
Jimbuka land was far away in the outskirts of Kakinada, and it was right under the ground. Okay? You had to go deep down, zzz, thud, and you will underground, and you will land in Jimbuka land. In Jimbuka land, there lived small Jimbukas. What were they?
Jimbukas.
Yes. 1,
Lilliput.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 54 of them. How many?
54.
54 Jimbukas lived there, and along with them lived their Jimbuka king, who was very angry with Kaki, who made the khajas, because Jimbukas got their food, by coming out at night when everybody would be?
Sleeping.
Do you sleep at night?
Yeah. Yes.
So everybody in Kakinada would also sleep.
At night.
Some of them would also,
Snore.
what is that?
Snore.
Snore. Does anybody snore? Do you know anybody who snores? Yes? You snore? Okay. Yes.
My father.
Your father?
My father.
Yeah. Okay.
Grandmother.
Your grandmother? All right.
Grandfather.
Your grandfather? All right. So, like that, some people would sleep quietly, some people would snore, and when people slept and snored, slowly the Jimbukas would come out of the Jimbuka land. They would come all across the houses in Kakinada. They would come into the kitchens, and whatever food is left over, they would pick it all up, go back to Jimbuka land and eat it up. But they never got to take any khaja of the kaki because
Everybody would eat it up.
everything was gone. It was always finished. Every time the Jimbukas would search, where is this khaja of this kaki? Nowhere. Not even one little bite anybody ever left. They would eat it up. Ah, yummy. What would they say?
Yummy. Yummy.
What do you say when you like some food very much?
Awesome. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Super. Wow.
Yeah, like that, anybody who ate Kaki's khajas would go, superb, very good, awesome, yummy. They would even lick their fingers and finish off. And there will be
Zero. No khaja.
no khajas left at all. Now this made the Jimbuka king very angry. He said, Jimbalika, Jimba, what is this? I want to taste the khaja
Of kaki.
of kaki, and that's it. Now all the Jimbukas got very worried. How? They started
Thinking.
and
Thinking.
and
Wondering.
and
Wondering.
and they thought and they thought and they thought and they got so worried. How will we get the khajas? So they went to Kaki's house and they chased her and watched her and watched her and watched her. Said, aha. On Wednesday, Kaki is going to go to the chief of the village. Who?
Chief of the village.
To make lots of khajas for his daughter's wedding. So they come up with a plan. And so they follow Kaki. Tan, tadan, 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 tadan. Dadadan. And Kaki goes, she makes all the khajas for the wedding and she's coming back home. When she's coming home, they come from behind her and they kidnap Kaki.
But they so into Jimbuka land.
All the Jimbukas together. They kidnap Kaki and Kaki is walking like that. Suddenly, she goes underground. Down. Thud.
Did she kill any Jimbukas when she
No. Kaki looks all around.
Jimbuka land?
What is this place? It's a dark cave and there are small lights there and little things flying. What was flying around?
Jimbukas.
The Jimbukas were flying all over and Kaki was looking here and there and here and there and suddenly she heard a voice. I want your khajas. Who was that?
The chief Jimbuka.
The Jimbuka king. He was sitting there, small, and he was saying, I want your khajas. And now Kaki didn't know him. Who are you? She asked. Don't you know me? I am the
King of the Jimbuka.
king of the Jimbukas, Jimbalika Jimba, and I want to eat your khajas. Kaki thought, how rude of him. Can't he ask nicely?
She didn't think that they kidnapped her. Why should I?
Can we ask nicely? How can we ask if we want something?
Can you please give your? Can you make khajas for me? Can you please?
How could the king ask?
Could you please make kajas for me?
Yeah, he could ask like that.
Please make
Can
me
you-
some kajas.
Please make me some khajas. Yes?
Please, we never tried your khajas. Could we?
Yeah, could we taste it? Yes, Yajit?
He told it.
All right.
Can you please taste your kajas?
Right? So they can ask nicely, but how did the king ask?
Right. You want to eat my I want your khajas.
I want your khajas. Now, Kaki was very, very angry. But she thought, uh-oh, if I don't make the khajas, they won't send me back home. But if I make the khajas, and if they like my khajas, then
Here to cook khajas for them.
they might keep me here forever. What do I do? What do I do with this man? Oh. And then quietly Kaki got an idea. And she said, okay, Raja, I will make you the khaja. But I need a few things and you have to bring them from my house. Uh-oh, the Raja thought. All right, what are the things you need? I need my frying pan. I need some oil. I need some, what do you think you need for making sweet? Dough.
Sugar.
Sugar. Sugar syrup. Honey. Anything that we can put in sweets? Honey. Okay. Jaggery. She said, I need all of these things, Raja. So please send your jimbukas and get it from my kitchen. So Raja says, all right, you and you. He selects
6
6 jimbukas and he says, go to Kaki's house, go to her kitchen and bring all these things. And so these 6 jimbukas, they go to Kaki's kitchen. Now I must tell you that jimbukas, whenever they steal all these things, they become invisible. What is the meaning of invisible?
Unseeable.
They are not seen.
They are not seen.
They can't see. They are like, we can see through them.
Yes, they can't be seen.
Can we see with our naked eyes?
Yes, can't be seen with our naked eyes. Yes, so they would become invisible and they would pick up things. So they came to Kaki's kitchen, and in the kitchen, Kaki's husband was sitting on the rocking chair reading the newspaper. What was he doing?
Reading the newspaper.
Yes, so he was on a rocking chair. Yes, can you sit on a rocking chair and read the newspaper?
Yeah.
Yes, can we do it? Read the newspaper. Just like that, very nicely, okay? And as Kaka was reading the newspaper on the rocking chair, his little baby was next to him. He was cuddling his baby. Suddenly he saw from his kitchen the frying pan go up in the air and fly out of the window. Whoosh. Huh? He saw. And then he saw oil get up in the air, whoosh, go out of the window. Sugar. Whoosh.
Sugar syrup.
Sugar syrup, jaggery, honey, everything was flying out of the window. Now wait a minute, he was wondering what is happening. And just then, you know, the 6th jimbuka was very small and very smart and said, hey, you know, they put elaichi in sweets. I think this Kaki will ask for elaichi. I can see there, let us take elaichi also. Very good. So they took elaichi also. They went away and Kaka, he was watching. He didn't know what to do. All the stuff came down to
Underground.
Jimbuka land. And the Raja said, okay, Kaki, all your stuff is here. Now come on, start making the khaja. And Kaki, polena pole, tani tandana tin mayaruve, polena pole. Kaki, I asked you to make the
Khaja.
khaja, not to sing. what is going on? Oh, I'm so sorry, Raja, I'm so sorry. I forgot that I also needed one more thing. What is it now? I need my dog. What? Do you put your dog in the khaja? No, Raja. Let me explain. You see, to make my khaja, the most special khaja, I have to mix it and beat it and mix it and beat it, and I have a rhythm to it. And that rhythm comes from the snoring of my dog. So I have to match it with the snoring of my dog. Only then I can make the perfect khajas. And I think you want the most perfect khajas. All right. Jimba like a jimba. Easily said. Easily done. You, and you. Raja chose his 6 jimbukas and told them, go and get the
Dog.
Kaki's dog. So the 6 jimbukas went, and who was there in the Kaki's kitchen?
Kaka.
What was Kaka doing? Sitting on his rocking chair and reading the newspaper. His baby was next to him, and suddenly he saw his dog go up in the air and out of the window. Wait a minute, what is going on? The Kaka was wondering. And that time, this small 6th jimbuka, smart one. Hey, there is one cat also. Let us take the cat also. What if she asks for the cat later? Smart. So they took the cat also. And what happened to the cat? It went up in the air.
Went out of the window.
How did it go? Third. Dog and cat. And the Raja said, Kaki, please start making the khajas now, right now. Oh, what is it now? Jimba like a jimba. Actually, my baby, my little baby is in the house and is very hungry. I forgot to feed the baby. And that was a lie, huh? She was telling a big lie. She had fed the baby and the baby was fast asleep. You see, my baby is very hungry, so I'm very worried. If you can just bring my baby here and my baby's food, then no problem. Oh, all right. Easily said, not easily done. Jimbukas, you, and you. Go and bring the baby and the food. So the jimbukas went, became invisible, and in the kitchen there was
The baby. The kitchen.
Kaka sitting and reading his newspaper on the rocking chair, cuddling his baby nicely, and suddenly he saw that the baby was picked up in the air and flying out of the window. Now, wait a minute, this is too much. And by the time the jimbukas also took the food. And this 6th jimbuka said, hey, I can see that little rattle, baby's toy. I think she'll want that also. Smart. So they picked up the rattle also. The baby, the food, the rattle. Everything went flying out of the window. Third. This time, Kaka got so angry and he said, I have to solve this problem somehow. What is going on? And Kaka also jumped out of the window. He went flying and chasing his baby, and down. He also went down with them, and thud! The baby, the food, the rattle and the Kaka, they all landed in the Jimbuka land in the cave. Kaki picked up her baby, and Kaka, he looked all around. He saw his wife there. Hey, what is this? What is this place? What are you doing here? What is going on? Our dog, our cat, the frying pan. Oh, what? Shh! listen to me very carefully. So Kaka became chup. He knew his wife was a very wise lady and it's best to listen to her. Listen to me very carefully. Softly, she said, so that the Jimbuka king could not hear. When I tell you, stamp the dog's tail. Hey, what? Stamp our own dog? You want me to stamp the tail? Just listen to me and do what I tell you. Okay. And Kaki turned to Jimbuka king and she said, I will start making the khaja now. She took the frying pan, she placed it. She took the dough and the sugar and she started working on it. And do you know what she did? She took her foot and stamped her cat's tail. And what did the cat do?
Jumped up.
Yes, can you make the sound?
Yeah.
Yes. Louder. Yes, that's what the cat did. And then she told Kaka, stamp the dog's tail. And Kaka stamped the sleeping dog's tail. Now what did the dog do? Yes. And she told one of the Jimbukas, excuse me, my baby is very hungry. Can you please feed my baby? And the baby was not hungry. So when the Jimbuka fed the baby got so angry and it started crying and it took all the food and threw it everywhere. And how was it crying? Yeah. And it threw the food even on Jimbuka's face. So the Jimbuka king was full of porridge all over him. And what were the noises? There were cats screaming. There was dog. And there was baby. And if there's one thing that the Jimbukas cannot bear, that is noise. So all the Jimbukas, including the Jimbuka king, oh my God, stop it, oh my God. They were terribly suffering and they turned to Kaki and they said, please stop it. And Kaki kept on cooking. But Raja, you want the khaja? And then the Raja realized this Kaki is a very smart woman. And he said, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Please get all this noise stopped. All right, Raja. And she pacified the dog. She pacified the cat. She picked up her baby and pacified the baby. And she turned to the Raja and said, if you wanted my khajas, you could have politely asked me. I don't know how to ask. Well, you can try. And so the Raja tried very hard and he said, could you please make me some khajas? Certainly. Yes, you will. Of course, because you have asked me politely and nicely. But let me go back home. I will go to my kitchen and I will make the khajas and send it back to you. All right, that's fair enough. And so Kaki and her frying pan and the dough and the sugar, oil, honey, sugar syrup, jaggery, the dog, the cat, the baby, the rattle, the porridge, Kaka and Kaki, all of them went back to the kitchen, back to the house, and as promised, the very next morning, Kaki prepared the most delicious khajas ever.
54.
And they were smelling so good.
54?
She made 108. 2 khajas for each. She made 108 khajas on a big plate. Oh, they were looking so good and smelling so yummy. Kaka came to pick up one and she said, not for you. These are for
Jimbukas.
Jimbukas. I promised them. And so she took the tray full of khajas and went and placed it near that hole which goes down to Jimbuka land. She placed it there, turned around and walked away. After a while, Kaki looked back and the khajas were gone. And in the place of the khajas, there was gold dust. So Kaki picked up the gold dust, brought it back home and shared it with everyone in the village, because gold, love and stories must always be shared. So did you enjoy the story?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let me ask you, what was your favorite part in the story?
When the both couples stand their animals still.
All right.
The noisy part.
Okay.
When they tried to feed the baby. When they tried to feed the baby was not eating it. So that.
Okay. Yes?
Noisy part.
Noisy part? Okay.
The wittiness of the woman, Kaki.
All right.
When the Kaka got angry.
When the Kaka got angry. All right. These were your favorite scenes in the story?
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, let me ask you another question. Imagine you were Kaki and the Jimbuka king had kidnapped you and was asking you to make the khajas. What would you do?
I'll tell your last wish and I'll throw dynamite. No, but smoke dynamite. Afterwards, I'll make khajas and everything. I would squash the Jimbuka king and run away.
You'll squash the Jimbuka king and run away.
Shoot with an AK-47. I would make a very loud sound.
Make a loud sound. All right.
I'll take all the musical items and I'll do sound.
You'll make sound. All right. Would you like to think of some other answers also which is not so violent? Some other witty, smart way?
I'll ask for a wish.
You'll ask for a wish. Okay.
I'll tell them that I'm your ancient god. You have to worship me.
You'll make them worship you.
Yeah. I would act dead
You will act dead
until they leave.
until they leave.
They do their job and I would run away.
Okay.
Eat you.
No.
I'll just shout with my loudest voice and so that they get irritated.
They get irritated. All right. Very nice. Okay. Very good. Yes, you can get up. Very good. Very good.